Hey everyone, we are going to discuss what to do for our very first unit together. I know you've watched the orientation, so hopefully you have a general idea of how the course as a whole works, but let's kind of go into this unit content and talk about how to navigate this particular unit. So I talked to you about this section about how to complete a unit in general in the course orientation, but let's click on Unit 1 and take a look at what's involved in this particular unit. So for stage 1, there are a couple of things to keep in mind. One, you will need to participate in the introductions discussion forum. So this is just for me to kind of get to know you guys and for you to get to know your classmates. And then in addition to this, in stage 1, you'll need to do the PRPSA, which is the Personal Report of Public Speaking Anxiety. So in here, you'll see the link to the discussion forum, and it tells you the instructions of exactly what you need to put in your initial post. So remember, in order to go further in a unit, you have to complete the stages in order. So this stage 1 here, this experience stage, that's the very first stage you'll need to complete, and it must be done first before you go into the next one. So for the introductions discussion, you just click on introductions, and then you will be able to click create thread, and then you can put in whatever you need to put in for that particular post. And so depending upon your situation, you will have different responses to that, obviously. So let me get back here. Okay, so that's the initial post for the introduction discussion. You will then need to respond to at least 3 of your fellow classmates and sort of just say welcome, maybe ask a question or so, nothing too strenuous. Then the PRPSA assignment is a personal report of public speaking anxiety. So there's an Excel document attached here, and you will want to click on that, open it up, and you will see some questions labeled here. So when you look at that, go ahead and answer for each of those: strongly disagree, disagree, neutral, agree, or strongly agree. And each question has something specific to do with public speaking anxiety. So please put this in there correctly, and you will hopefully get it to add up to the score that you should have, and then submit that to me. So let me show you sort of how to submit it. You're going to click on PRPSA assignment, and then you will add this, browse my computer, and you will add the document there depending upon what kind of computer you're using. And then you'll just submit it and it'll be sent directly to me. So pretty simple. The next thing that I want you to do in this, once you've completed stage 1, then you can move to stage 2. And stage 2 is going to ask you to participate in the anxiety and mindset discussion. And then you're to schedule a conference with me. So here's the link to the discussion. Just like with the introductions one, you will need to follow the instructions here. For this one in particular, you're going to watch a TED Talk on mindset. And then you're going to connect that to your PRPSA score that you did in stage 1. So as you can see, you need to complete stage 1 before you go to stage 2. And there are the questions available to you down here. And after you've done that, again, respond to at least 3 of your classmates. Conference signups are done a little differently in an online class or a hybrid version like this than it would be in a face-to-face. I do offer you the option to go face-to-face meetings with me or phone conference meetings with me. And I also would do like a Skype or GoToMeeting if absolutely necessary, or FaceTime. So you're going to email me with the top 3 choices of when you want to conference with me before your speech. So just give me kind of a general idea. If you have a very specific date and time, you can send that. But if you have just, hey, do you have any Mondays available? Or do you have any Thursdays available? And if so, I would like to meet on that day. Just give me a range, your top 3 ranges, and I will see what I can do and put you into a meeting. Also, let me know if it's going to be face-to-face or if it will be via phone or FaceTime or whatever you have. So that's stage 2. So all you have to do is participate in the anxiety and mindset discussion forum, and then you have to email me with your conference requirements, what you would like to do. Then you can move to stage 3, which is the conceptualized stage. This is where you learn new material. So you will be watching lectures a lot in the conceptualization stage and often working on a very simple outline. And this is also when you should hope to be done with, before you can move to the actual presentation, you'll hope to be done with giving attending the coaching conference. So for this one, you will need to watch the lecture on the introduction speech and what it looks like, what you need to have. You also want to watch the lecture on managing public speaking anxiety. Now, I typically lecture very briefly when it comes to online videos, always less than 10 minutes, unless there's some reason why I have to go more than that. For the most part, you're going to see most of these being less than 10 minutes. So for here, you'll see the introduction speech video available to you right here. You can watch it right from the page, and there's also the rubric for the introduction speech. That doesn't look so good on my iPad, but in general, it'll look fine once you open it up using, say, Word or what have you. Here's the Managing Speech Anxiety video. Watch that, and then create the Simple Speech Outline, which is a very simplistic version of the outline that you will be submitting during the speech day. So this will give you a link to the example that I provided and gives you kind of an overview of what I would do if it was my speech in general. Okay, so you're going to submit that, and it is the exact same as the PRPSA assignment, where you go in and you click on Browse My Computer and submit that there. And that should be wrapping up that section. And then you will have a coaching conference with me. Now you need to submit, if you are meeting with me face-to-face, you can just bring your simple outline with you if you want. But if we're meeting via phone, you're going to need to make sure that it is submitted to the simple speech outline so that I can get you the credit you need for that. Okay? But regardless, it needs to be submitted in some way, shape, or form before your conference. So you'll have that conference with me and we will be good to go. And that is stage 3. Then we're going to move to our final stage, which is stage 4. And that is where you're going to actually deliver the speech. So I give you your presentation date and time here. Don't forget that this is a video that is made at one semester at one time. So you're going to obviously see different dates and times in that section there. But it'll tell you what your date and time is and where to go for that. And if you click on that, it also gives you the overview. For this one, you'll need to submit Unit 1 work. Anything that you have not done already is due by the day you give the speech. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can wait until the last minute. It's not a very good idea, but you can. But it has to be done before you come deliver the speech. You can also, you also need to submit, a finalized outline via Blackboard. And then you're going to deliver the speech. So here is the information about doing a final outline. Click on that, just like all the other assignments. And this tells you when and where to deliver the speech. At least it tells you where to go find that information. And then what you need to bring for that particular experience. So hopefully that will get you through Unit 1. And all the units are set up in a very similar manner. But